Hi, this is Carolina, the Soul Coach. Welcome to my podcast. Hello, welcome to this week's Sunday Catchup podcast. How are you? And how has your week been? I hope it's been a good one. And can you believe another week has flown past? And I'm sure, like me, it's been really busy for you. And this week has been a good one. It has been a good one. It's been a busy one. And lots has been happening. But it feels much calmer this week. I feel like last week, the week before the Sunday Catch-Up podcast I did last week, the week was it was so heavy. But this week felt a bit lighter. Started off a bit heavy, but then it got lighter and lighter and lighter, which I'm glad. So I hope yours has been okay. And it's really interesting because normally the weeks go by and, I don't really think about them. But since doing this podcast, it's really made me think about what I've done in the week, and it's been really good to reflect, and also it's really helped me to be more grateful and to be in that gratitude energy. It really has. It's been so nice. So I can't believe we're coming to the end of another year, and it's definitely been an eventful year. And I have to say, this moment to last year, I feel hugely grateful for all my friends, all my family, for all the life experience I've experienced, for the situation I'm in now, and life right now just feels great. And Will and I have both been saying that now it's like, it just feels like it's been a storm. It really has. And there's been so much going on in literally the last 2 years. But touch wood, life is just going to ease up a little bit, just so we can kind of coast, I hope, for a little bit. It would be good. Nice, peaceful, coasting time of it. Maybe with some exciting adventures thrown in too. But yeah. It's interesting, and this time of year always gets me thinking about the next year and manifestation. And in January, we're going to be kind of focusing on manifestation and creating a 2025 that we can look back on next year and go, yay, what a year. This happened, this happened, this happened. Dreams came true, wishes happened. And gosh, we got a few great surprises as well. And the universe just looked after us so well, as it does every year. So I'm going to be writing a few blogs for January about manifestation. And I'm really looking forward to doing the jar of wishes that I love to do every year. And I'll share that with you as well throughout January. So that's really exciting. And it's a good time for doing that, isn't it? I kind of find if I call it New Year's resolutions, they kind of don't last for me. But doing it from a manifestation point of view of how I want to feel and look like, and get some advice from my future self from December 25, that really helps. And I think that's what's helped this year as well. It's really helped me get on track, because probably, as you know, right at the beginning of the year, we had the factory in India, and now we don't have that, and just feeling a little bit more, we're going and heading in the right direction. And as I say, there is going to be change next year, because I think there's going to be change for everyone next year with 2025 and Pluto in Aquarius now. So there's going to be big changes. And in February, I hope to interview Fiona, an astrologer who I've known since the shop opening in your village, which will be 18 years ago. Next year, and we're going to do a podcast together, and we're going to talk about what's going on next year, because lots is going on. It really is. So that will be good. yeah, so that's all to look forward to. And this week, I can't remember whether it was this week or last week that my animation went live as well, just talking about manifestation. And that's so cool. And it just describes about the quantum slit experiment. I think I have talked about this in the podcast before and how that relates to the law of attraction and manifestation. So if you haven't found that yet, it's free. It's on YouTube and it's on my YouTube account. But it's quite eye-opening. I remember now I did share it with you next week. I did share it with you last week. So what's going on at the cottage? Because, I'm so happy in our cottage. And we got a fire last week. Did I share that with you? And it's amazing. Makes such a difference having a fire. It's so cozy. And it's so much warmer. And yeah, it's just so nice. Anyone see my story last week on social media? I took a picture of the fire. Oh, it's a game changer having a fire. And Will and I have dreamt of having a fire for so many years. But the house, our home, that we, in Bunbury Way, was just never, we couldn't get a fire in there. It was too modern and just wasn't the right house for that. But where we are now, it's perfect. Yeah, and we'd always dreamt of that. And Will remembered yesterday that this is the first house that he and I have chosen together. And yeah, we just love it. And I hope to be able to share it with a lot of you next year. I'm going to offer up some healing sessions here, meditation sessions, and even a day retreat. So I'm really looking forward to the spring and summer next year to be able to share our beautiful cottage with you. That is going to be wonderful. And also the cottage, being how the cottage is, it was quite drafty. So it was really cold. But Will I Can has struck again, and he's managed to, he replaced all the windows, but he's put draft excluded now down by doors and stuff, and so it's made it a lot warmer in here, so it's got really cozy. But weatherman Will I Can tells me that it's going to go milder now, so we should be okay. In Bali, where our eldest daughter is, Amelia, it's rainy season, and she found some sun recently, but I think it's challenging, and it's a great experience for her to be there in rainy season as she's been there when it's been so hot and sunny. But we're going over in January in full rainy season, so I'm still going to carry on my podcasts, and I'll be able to share our adventures with you during rainy season in Bali. Amelia tells me that all the waterfalls and everything that's normally quite dry is going to be full. So that's going to be exciting. And I really want to try and take some videos and try and do some podcasts on video as well, just to show you where we are and share that whole trip with you. I feel like it's going to be a great adventure. And when do we go? We go New Year's Day. So that's pretty exciting. So yeah, cottage is lovely. Had a busy week. It's been quite a social week. So as you know, because I shared it last week, Hat and Matty got engaged, and they had bought us a lunch in the Ritz for our Christmas present last year, which was super nice, and we booked it for this week. And Matt and Hattie came with us because we wanted to celebrate their engagement. So we went up to London. You can't beat London, honestly, at Christmas time. It is amazing. The lights in Regent Street were so beautiful, angels, and they just were gorgeous. All the lights at Christmas time were just so lovely, so sparkly, and so just, I just love it. And the Ritz at Christmas time, oh my goodness me. It's so luxurious. It's so beautiful. I just love all the twinkly lights, and it was all red and white and just beautiful. And I don't know if you've been to the Ritz in London. I thoroughly recommend it. It the food was just amazing. So it was a 3-course lunch. I think it it's a 3-course lunch, but they kind of give you something before. I can't remember, and I can never say that word. A musi bouche. Can't remember what it's called. It's not an aperitif, but it's something like that. Mousse bouche. Anyway, it was lovely. It was just so nice. So it kind of ended up being 4 courses. And of course, we had to have champagne and we had some wine, and it was lovely. It was so, so nice. We were there for about 3.5 hours. But if you find yourself in London at Christmas time, look on there for vouchers. They do a 3-course lunch. It's not too expensive, and it's just well worth it. But go when they've got the Christmas decorations up. It was lovely, and it was really nice to celebrate and spend time with Harriet and Matt, celebrating their engagement, and they're full on planning their wedding now in 2026. So I'll let you know how that goes. Harriet's already talking about going wedding dress shopping. How exciting. So then we had a walk around London. We went to that Burlington arcade. Oh, all the little independent shops there, and the rings and the jewellery and the sparkles and the diamonds and the Rolexes, and all the lovely, pretty, sparkly stuff. And the clothes. Oh, it's all just so like up to date and trendy, and it's just beautiful. And Burlington Arcade is just, it's an experience. It really is. It's just so lovely. And we went to Fortnum and Mason's as well, and that was so, so, so incredibly busy, like really busy. I have not seen a shop so busy like that for ages, and it was heaving. Everyone loves a bit of Fortnum and Mason's, don't they? It's just so nice. So if you haven't been to Fortnum and Mason's, I definitely recommend that for sure. It's an experience in itself, and it's so British, and it's just so wonderful, and I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. So that was the Ritz on Tuesday. And then we've got fabulous friends, Jill and Tim. We went to Cornwall with them and had a wonderful holiday in Cornwall. And so it was our turn to host. But this is never a good time for us. So we love to be sociable, but we have and we love to host, and we've been doing that on like a Sunday afternoon for people, because just during the week it's just so difficult because the shop's so busy and prepping it and everything else. And so we were due to meet last week, but we couldn't, and we were due to host. But we were so grateful, and we spoke to Jill and Tim, and they perfectly understood. And we said to them, look, let's just meet up for a drink. And they said, come round to ours, and we'll have a drink at ours. And they live in Epsom, so it's really good. It's on the way home, so we could just pop in there on Wednesday. And they'd done us a meal. Honestly, they were so kind, and it's just like what true friends are. They just got your back. We'd let them down. We felt really bad, but it was just so difficult. But it was just lovely. It was really nice, and they made us a meal, and they had the fire on, and just lovely. It was really lovely. So definitely our turn next time. And super grateful for them, super grateful for all our friends. Honestly, it makes such a difference, doesn't it? It comes back to that tribe, having the tribe around you that supports you and loves you. And love shows up in many different forms and in different ways, and it's just so nice. And also we went round to Will's sisters last night and had a great time. It was really nice, talking about Christmas, talking about remembering Will's parents, and just talking about lots of happier times in the past. And it was just really nice to be spending time with family, and also our great nephew. They will take away the great. Our 2 nephews, And yeah, he's so cute. So Theo, who is our great nephew, he was a year in July. So what is he? 18 months. Oh, he's adorable. He's so cute, and he's got the cutest little smile, and he's just so cheeky. And he had my phone, and it's so clever. He's swiping, and oh my goodness me! But he was watching. I was letting him watch Bluey, and he was eating my chips because we had chips last night and a chicken wrap. It was really nice, really nice. So yeah, that was lovely to spend time with them. But I have to share a funny story because we were talking about macerators of all subjects, and that reminded me, and I thought it was a really good story to share. It reminded me of my dad, bless him, who's passed away now, bless, and my brother, and Michelle, my second mum, and Nicola, my sister. And we went out to visit them a good few years ago, and it was still when my dad was alive. And my brother's toilet had backed up, and he needed to find where the blockage was. So they were, I don't know what they do. Is it with the rods? Anyway, they've got a massive garden it's more like a field out in Ireland, and they've got 6 dogs. And anyway, to cut a bit of a long story short, in the middle of their garden, they found the blockage. But once they started interfering with the blockage, Mount Vesuvius happened of, you can imagine what. And it literally, the poo, for want another word, I want to use the SH word, but I won't because I'll keep it clean, literally bubbled up like a volcano and spewed everywhere. So the dogs ended up covered in that. We were literally having to put like our clothes around our face because we didn't have it was everywhere. We were covered in it, literally covered in it. The garden was covered in it. Everything was covered in it. Anyway, yeah, you can imagine this scene. It was just horrific because it hits all the senses. Not only can you see it, you can smell it. You can actually taste it because it's so freaking disgusting. And it's just horrible. And can look back now because it was really funny, but then it wasn't. And when you're going through that because you didn't expect it, it's just like, yeah, it was just everywhere. And so it cleared the blockage. They got to it. It all got cleared up. We all had showers. We all washed our clothes. The dogs got clean. They got bathed and all the rest of it. And it was all cleared up and it was all fine. The blockage had been cleared and everything else. But it was really funny. But what I find really interesting and what I found, and I thought about this overnight, the story popped up in my head, and I just thought, how many times in our life do we get covered in SHIT? We literally do, don't we? There are times in our life when it's really hard, it's really crappy, it's really horrible, but yet we can wash it off. We cleared the dogs up, we cleared ourselves up, we get past it, we get through it. And now the grass there is growing up, the most green, the most beautiful, and just, it's just absolutely, it's a newfound growth there. And that's what can happen, isn't it? So it's just, I think we just have to remember, and I know I have to remember that and last week felt a bit like that for me, just a little bit. I just felt, I think I shared last week, I was just feeling a bit grumpy. There was something going on that had aggravated my pain body and I just needed to work through it, which finally this week I did Monday or Tuesday. But it does feel a bit crappy when you're going through it. And then when a big storm comes, it's just remembering that we will get through it, but there'll be valuable lessons within that we need to learn. And yeah, we can clear ourselves up and then we can move forward and then things are even better. So I thought that was a really good analogy and I was quite excited to share that one with you. But just that vision and remembering how awful it was is really funny. Anyway, so that was last night. So it was really nice spending time with family. It was really lovely. And also what else has been going on? So the build up to Christmas, I think I shared last week, has been quite slow. It hasn't really felt Christmassy, but Friday, I think everyone realised, including myself, actually Christmas is the week after next. We're literally, 10 days away? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, we're about 12 days till Christmas. So really not long. And the shop was a bit busier yesterday, a lot busier. And yeah, we kind of like, it's been busy and it's been great, and like, as I say, I'm really grateful and everything else, but it just hadn't felt that Christmassy. But yesterday and Friday it just got busier and busier and busier, and there was only Laura and I on the shop floor yesterday, and we had one of our busiest days for a little while, but which again I'm very grateful for, but you just go with the flow, don't you? With whatever you're trying to do. Some days, if you work for yourself, you're going to be busy, and some days you're not. But there's always I always think that life gives us lessons, because it's not just us manifesting. You have your soul's purpose as well. And you have that, what the universe has storing for you as well, that we're not even consciously aware of. So we're working hand in hand with that. So yeah, going with the flow is often is the best way, and just coming back into that present moment. But it's hard. It's really hard. But that's what we're being called to do, is come back to present. That's what I'm being called to do, is come back to this present moment. So this present moment, I'm doing this podcast and I'm really enjoying chatting to you, and then I'm going to get ready, and then I'm going to go to work, and But the best way I've been dealing, and I think I've shared this, but the best way of dealing for me with everything that's going on is is planning, and have moments of your planning, but then come back to today. Okay, so what have I got to do today? What have I got to do? What have I got to do? And just do that every day. So that's, it's just time management, isn't it? And I think there is time for prep, because when I first started doing time management, I was like, before I did time management, I was always thinking, oh, I've got this to do, and I've got that to do, and I've got this to do. And then I ended up so overwhelmed that I got none of it done. So with time management now, and my friend helped me with that, she said, okay, so all you need to do is think, right, you're going to do that project A then, and you're going to do project B then, and you're going to do project C then. And she said, so when you're doing project A, project B is being looked after, because you're going to do that then, and then same. That's really helped me do all the little things that I love to do, all the creativity. It's just that time management. So yeah, I've been crucially aware of that this week. Don't always get it right, but it really helps. It really does. And did anyone see the moon last night? It was amazing. There was beautiful rainbow around the whole of the moon. It was cloudy, so I wanted to see the meteorites as well. I suppose they were supposed to be colourful, but it was just cloudy. I got up at 4 to look, but couldn't see a thing. But the moon last night around 10ish, it was heavenly. It really was. There was just this moon rainbow around it, and then there was a real bright star next to the moon, and then there was another one, and it was awesome. And that feeling always like a coming home when I see things like that. It's just such a beautiful feeling. It really is. And breathe. My app meditations have gone live now, which is super. So there's more. If you have my app, the Soul Space app. More meditations have gone on there today. If you subscribe to that, I think it's $3.49 a month, and I think there's 7 days free. Or for the year, it's only $24.99, and we're expanding it and it's growing, and we're going to be doing a lot more with it. And you get daily affirmations, and you can have as many daily affirmations as you want, and they pop up as reminders. And then there's other affirmations too that you can go into if you're feeling a bit of an upliftment. The feedback so far has been really positive. If you have the app and you do subscribe, please go back to App Store and click on the leave a review. I'd love some more reviews. It would be amazing. I think I've got 4 at the moment, but I know lots of people have got the app, so if you wouldn't mind taking the time, that would be great. It really would. And also I'm hoping to be doing some free meditations as well, and I want to do one around Christmas time, so I'm just going to work out the times when I can do that, and then I'll share the date and time next week with you, and also it'll be on my Instagram, the Soul Coach, when I can do that. So I'll either do it on Zoom or Instagram. I can't remember. I don't know which one I'll do it on. So I will let you know. Have a great week. This week is just eyes down. Oh, we got our Quest Christmas party on Monday night. That's always a good laugh. And Will and I are staying in a little the Premier Inn that night, just because we'll be up early going to work. So it's about a half an hour drive. I just thought that would make sense and take the pressure off us a little bit. So that's on Monday night, so I'm looking forward to that. And we have the wonderful Hat and Matty coming around tonight for a roast beef dinner, because Matt hasn't seen the cottage since, or Hat hasn't seen the cottage actually since we've been doing it up. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that with them. And that's it. Have a super, super week. Honestly, just, have a good one. And take good care of yourself. I hope your week was good. I hope all is well with you. And let's just take a breath. And let's just take another one of those. How do you want to feel this week? This week coming up, how do you want to feel? I want to feel clear, present, happy, and optimistic. All is well in this moment. Nothing for you to do in this moment. Nowhere to be. Just be here. I am great. Repeat after me. I am great. All is well. I am loved. And carry on with 5 more. You answer it. I am. I am. I am. Breathing in, breathing out. I am. I am. Have the best week. Lots of love. Big hugs. Take care.